last time on PeakD&D, we get to the cave and the ritual's going on and there's all this magic being funneled into the Darian Atmar and we're about to we're just peeking over the edge, Indiana Jones style, and all of a sudden 3 dudes come up and find us. 3 cultists come up and find us, and so they approach, but it turns out one of the cultists is actually Cecil Windwalker in disguise, and he stabs somebody and they just ash away, and then we have to go down there and disrupt the ritual, and that's difficult. Bear Julius flies down but is largely ineffective, and Cecil is awesome and he has another one, a magic knife, and so that he's able to wrestle control from the blue well, and then Orrin goes up there and he tries to smash the chain, and he's got all the blessings of Inara, and that's the thing that saves him life. Ravi does a bunch of awesome shit in this episode, and I'm sorry that I didn't until now. He jump kicks this dude off the edge and he tries to spell duel with the wheel, and then all of a sudden dude stands up and it's not to Darian Atmar anymore, it's something else, and we have no idea what's going on because
here in the heart of the Netherdark, our heroes have reached the Abyssal Temple, which stands on the verge of some kind of strange ritual that involves the 5 forces. We don't know exactly what's entirely happening, but sent here on the premise to rescue Darian Atmar, it was revealed that the person that they rescued is not exactly who they thought. And after attacking the chains, a bright flash of light, everyone is now face to face with actually a familiar looking face who stands in the place of
Darian?
No, is it Lysander? Is it your boy?
It is not Lysander.
Stab.
I thought it'd be weeping tears of joy and reunion.
This is the same Fey creature that was posing as as Lysander in Inara.
So kind of.
I mean, fool me twice. Okay.
So some kind of glamour has been dropped at this point.
Bitch with us the whole time.
Here we are. And this kind of strange humanoid, but kind of floating with big flowy robes and has an elaborate fan as a piece of weaponry, and it's very interesting. He's sort of floating there, and you all can feel yourselves being held immobile at this moment in time.
Mother
and you hear a voice from the blue well. You hear Cecil calling out, "Corin, at last, your glamour has dropped. Your plan is ruined. The Vortorum are here to stop you once and for all."
Not if we can't move, we're not.
There's only 3 of us.
The other 2 are coming. Surely. You wouldn't have shown up with just 3/5 of the Vortorum, right? No, seriously, right? The other 2.
What are you talking about?
Unless Stogie and Gus are about to bust through this door to be heroes of ages. Yeah. Material crashes the airship through the ground.
You see you see a visible shrink in Cecil as he realizes that it is the 3 of you, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't have more time to talk to you and reveal this. This is." And he says, "Silence, dog!" And he sort of crushes him, and he's not dead, but he's
gonna be.
I told you he wasn't gonna last long.
Oh,
not in a great
with
spot.
you.
Oh, I have so many.
Why wouldn't you leave his entire getup behind?
Great. He says, "Yes, it is, I am Corin. That is how I am known in the realm. And I am a servant of who you would call the Shadow King."
Do we really have to go through another villain speech, man?
Just fucking die, man.
No, maybe he'll tell us something that we don't know.
Well, Corin, that's new. That's
Yeah,
new.
yeah.
Can you write that down now?
I got it, yeah.
No,
no, I can't. I can't write your name.
But we can all,
just let me go for a minute. Like, let me just
you know what?
take
I'm
notes.
gonna start our mental group text.
Yep, group chat is open. Open
So-
up. Are you looping in Cecil?
Yeah, I'll loop Cecil in.
Great. Guys, can you hear us? Great. Yes. So
Ravi the Otmar has entered the chat.
Ravi the Otmar.
So he was
I'm working on
Didarian. So was Didarian the Fae? Was Corin all the whole time?
I don't know. Or he took him over that night where everyone was mind fucked.
Was Didarian just under the bed of the ship? And did we look under the bed?
I don't. It's too late for that now, man. We're here.
It's like he says he can't hear any of that shit, so he doesn't know.
Just group texting back and forth.
I apologize for the elaborate nature of my ruse to get you here. Looking right at Ravi.
Ravi's over there.
You're hilarious. You really are. Says, but this is merely the gate. The lock has been opened, but it still requires a key to bring forth the new age. That is why you have been summoned here. I apologize for my deception. We thought that perhaps the fake father is actually your real father would be a bit convoluted, but
Oh, it was.
good, I guess.
Just one question. Are you my father?
Absolutely not. No. Percival was a made-up name that I used, and was one of the forms that I would inhabit when visiting your realm. As many of my as my liege lords could not visit your realm, I'm able to pass rather easily between both the Netherdark and the Fey realm, and I get around, as I can say.
So the crew was in on it? Or Didarian is fake dad is your real dad then?
Sure.
You only have one dad.
And the synapse fires. Well done, guardsman. This was all an elaborate ruse. I made up Percival and the fact that he looked enough like Ravi to pass as his father. This has been a long-term plan of, well, my liege lord, to get Ravi to this very place at this very moment. And in fact, the choice is not mine to make. Unfortunately, it's yours. So we've come with a little bit of leverage, as you will. You have a choice. This portal controls access to your realm. Access from many, many places. What we are seeking to do is weaken the barrier between that of what you know as the Shadow King, who is actually the lord of the realm below us, the Abyss, as it is known to you. The Abyssal King. He is older and far more wise than your silly Vortor or your Icostheon, your 20 fledgling youthful children, childlike gods. And here, where the five forces coalesce, and this would be easier with 5 of you, but we'll just have to deal with that. The portal is yours to open. There are many things you can do. However, I would highly recommend that you choose to release one god rather than 20. Who knows what could happen if they were allowed back in? Yes. In fact, I have a little motivation for you. And he sort of shows this glamour, and it's a mirror sort of appears, and you see a vision of several people in what look like cages or something like that, in various locations. One of which is a young girl who looks with silver hair, and is being. It looks very scared, very frightened.
Do we know her name? I don't think we do.
I don't think I ever named her.
Yeah.
We do have a name for her. Her name is
Sister Otmar.
Sister
Sorry,
Otmar.
Cord, we don't even know her name.
Joke's on you, man.
I didn't know that girl, man.
I want to say it was like Ari or something along those lines.
Yeah, I have to look at my
Ariana.
other notes, and I can tell you.
It's not
but-
Caesarean.
Yep. Nope, it's definitely not that.
Sistarian?
Sorry, it's Ravi Otmar.
Sistarian Otmar.
Phaedra is her name. Sorry, she's
Damn,
Phaedra.
I was close.
Yep.
With an F?
With a PH.
We're back to Q. Okay.
And then you see a vision, a delightful elderly couple, simple folk. A man wearing a small working apron. You recognize these, Oren, as your parents. These are your parents are seem to be captive, and Julius, you see your mother seems to be in a cage of some kind. This one seems to be made of like wood and like leaves, and is very like fey realmy
Sure.
thing.
Altered
Break
of
out
the
of
Pharaoh.
that. She could break out of that.
She can break her. She'll be fine.
I mean,
She'll be fine.
to be fair, like there is nobody who's lied to us more than this person right now who is showing us these things.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, you said
That was the
that,
group
you said that
chat.
in mind chat. Okay, never mind.
Also,
That's what this is going to mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Touching
all right.
our heads, you can't hear
Then
it.
I can't hear it.
Nope,
Great, that's
nope.
fine. That's
La,
fine.
la, la, this sucks.
Ben's a jerk.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen,
I want to go
Corin's
back
a jerk,
to Beaver
okay?
Town.
Corin the Fey Lord is a jerk. I am not a jerk.
That the Inara god, the OG Inara god ghost, told me
Taking it down or what?
that the apothecary would be fine as long as I was alive. So there's no way that they could be in a cage, because then the apothecary wouldn't actually be running right now.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Oh, I'm just saying. I also think this could be a lie, a ruse.
Literally everything about this person is
That's
a lie.
a very fine gamble to make. You could absolutely. That is a very possible choice.
So Ravi has to make a choice between releasing 20 gods or one god. Those are his choices. How about we just fight? Is that a choice?
The ritual is.
Or is it a choice between three of us doing something?
The ritual has happened. You can all choose what you would like to do. I certainly have my motivations to bring back the Abyssal King, at least to weaken the barrier, is something that this ritual is capable of doing. You can choose to leave. You can go your own ways. The ritual will happen. It won't be controlled by me or anyone else. I'm not capable of doing that. Only those that are God-touched by your Vortorum gods can, or who could possess the blood of Otmar, could truly control this ritual. That's why you're here. You're a key. And the key is but an implement, just a tool. I would suggest you do your job.
So, Tony to Ben.
Yes.
What are my choices?
We'll go over them in a moment.
Okay.
You can choose to control, well, I would say 5, but 3 of these portals. And you can choose the path of your world. Choose, at perhaps a great loss to yourselves, and those you love. You can choose not to allow the Abyssal King through. You can choose to weaken the barrier between the worlds that he may be able to take advantage of, or perhaps the other young childish gods could also aid you in your quest. But should you choose that path, there may be consequences. And he sort of like flashes out those 3 little vision
Did we all
screens.
see all the visions?
Yeah, you each saw them, each 3 of you. The choice is yours.
So what do we want? What did we set out to do?
He says, the choice is yours. You have 5 minutes, or else this place will choose its own destiny and the portals will become unstable. I leave you to it. I'm off to the Fey Realm to torture some humans. And he flashes out of existence. The beings in the portals also disappear, including Cecil. You're not sure where he went.
Great. He wasn't even
Cecil,
here. He wasn't even
jerk.
real.
Yes. So we'll say you guys are in your locations. Oops.
The crew was real, right? Like, you do have memories.
They're gone now. You can talk.
Oh.
You don't have to.
You start to hear a low rumbling sound. The magic that
yeah.
was controlled by these portals starts to wildly shoot out in various directions. It's still being channeled to the front, although it is very like chaotic and unstable inside. The chains have now turned into like almost like pedestal, like little
Sure.
conduits, like
Sure.
like things. Instead, that are channeling this energy into a now vacant center of this circle.
What kind of flowers do we have?
I think we're past flowers, my man.
So
So,
he
the
told
choice
me-
is before you.
so he
You
told
guys,
me
you
he-
can each choose a portal to control.
How does the blood work? Like, do I need to be in the portal, or do I need to be in the pedestal?
You can do both. You can control a portal.
also-
These all correspond to each of the 5 forces. So the choices you make of which ones you control will affect the outcome of whatever you choose. So you can choose. You can choose to control the. I'll let you know which ones are what. If
I
you.
mean, do we know that, or is it?
And we can kind of stand in each one, because when Julius was standing in the red, it was chaos and order.
Yes. So that
I guess
that
that's
is.
what we felt,
Yeah, that's the well of order. And then, so there's fate, knowledge, balance,
Oh, these are the
order,
5
and
things
creation.
voted
The 5
for. Yeah.
forces, yeah.
Gotcha.
The 5 pillars.
pillars.
Um,
I see.
so essentially, you guys have to choose the outcome of this ritual. One outcome is there's sort of a wild card. If you walk away and just let this thing implode on itself, the ritual will implode, but it could potentially weaken all the forces of all the realms. It might release. There's all kinds of weird, unknowable things that might happen. There is
UMD.
At this point, just as the fuck you to all of this, I am half tempted to walk the fuck away.
right. You can use your control of 3 of the 5 pillars you can like strengthen the gate and keep the Shadow King out of the realm altogether. The unknowable portion of that might be that it could potentially keep out all gods altogether, including Vortor, including the remainder, and all of these other unknowns that you don't know. But
say, like, what
it
do
would
we-
keep the Shadow King out for sure. You're pretty sure you could do that with enough control over this this ritual. Thirdly, you could potentially open the gate and open it wide enough that that all other extraworldly beings could come through. You could essentially destroy the 5 pillars that are keeping all 20 gods out, but it would also release the Shadow King. That is the choice before you.
So it's random, closed, or open.
Yes.
And if it's not open, then assumedly everything in those visions those people would die.
Yes, if you
Is the assumption.
if you choose to lock the gods, the Shadow King out, which is the opposite of what
What
Corin
if we chose
told you to do.
random? I guess we don't really know what would happen.
Then you don't know what would happen. Maybe your family's lives would be forfeit, perhaps not.
I mean, that probably depends on if the Shadow King is able to make it through or not.
Right?
Yes. And depending on which gates...
A non-choice, I guess, is a choice.
And so depending on which gates you are at, that will also influence the outcome. So you have
Did you set a timer? Are we on some sort of clock here?
You are on a somewhat limited clock. You have more than 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes of game time.
Okay.
Cool.
After
so you
the
have
explanation.
Essentially, what that means is you have 5 actions that you can take. The 5th action must be Ravi's choice.
5 rounds or 5 actions?
5, like, not actions as in the game, but like 5 things you can do before making your decision. Each of you can do 5 things. Whether that's asking for more information, running around, or like trying to destroy one of the wells, or whatever you want to do.
Which, so I know that one's order that I'm standing on, I believe.
Tell you.
Which one is fate?
I had that thought.
Yeah, of the if we were going to stand on portals, we have fate, knowledge, balance, order, and creation.
Yes.
I have 3 that I think I like, just as a thought experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Fate, knowledge, and creation. I don't like balance and order.
I'm kind of with you on those.
Where are you stand on those words?
I'm trying to go stand on the fucking fate portal to find out what's going to happen.
So fate is the white one.
I would like to
and
move.
Its associated element is air, which is why Inara is air. So that is the white one. That is fate. Green is knowledge, which is like avarice and innovation, right? It's sort of the opposite. It's like hoarding information or sharing it and using it amongst the world. Knowledge.
Did
balance.
everyone just go stand in portals?
Everyone's just standing up. Now you're thinking with portals. Blue is balance.
We're moving everyone.
And is associated with water.
What you first said, this is what the orientation would be.
Balance and water, always finding its level, and of course is the blue portal. Of course, the red one is chaos and is order, which is the chaos and
order,
harmony, are the opposites of that. That's the red one. And black is creation, death, and life.
Oh, then you would be over there.
Yeah, and so there's like tons of energy flowing through.
So right now, this is like an unbridled experiment that is just like pots are boiling over, essentially.
Great. So then I would like to open my mind and attempt to like Doctor Strange this in this fate time change portal to see, like, to catch glimpses of what
could and will happen.
of potentials if, like, based on our choices.
With time again.
He is thinking with portals, though. That's
Mario thinking with portal. Great.
I mean,
make
knowledge
me.
would be a good one to think.
I'd say
to
make
jump
me
in.
a
That's kind of what I
straight
jumped
up.
in first.
Well, you're the smart one, so you should jump in knowledge.
And that was the thing I read about.
Let's call that an
walking
intelligence
to
check.
Nashville.
That makes me
Straight up
creation.
intelligence.
Well, it's what you.
You know what? I'll let it be a mental check, so you can choose charisma if you would like.
I mean, I will.
I
So if we try to
figured that would
control
help
these,
you.
we're trying
Dude,
to close.
Yeah, I mean, it's I still can't get above single digits.
Dude.
8.
Also, infinity.
Being in the fate portal, you have advantage on this roll.
I don't even
I don't
want
know if
it.
it's gonna
I
help
don't
you.
I don't know if I
even
want to
want
roll
it.
advantage.
You fucking want it, man.
I don't even want, like,
Oh my god.
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Like, okay, 10.
10. All right.
Like, I seriously, like, so many times it's been on double digits and
Dude.
fallen to the singles.
sorry.
But I have rolled well this entire campaign until today.
Well,
Dee
as
dee
we
dee
usually
dee
say,
dee
dice
dee.
tend to tell us what we're supposed to tell us.
Okay, so you can see that if you to control controlling the fate gate will
Sounds like scandal.
yes will require a skill roll to do this, but it can either you can choose stability or like unpredictability, like such as the way of fate. It can be destiny or
Luck.
yeah, like yeah. So like things can be with a 10. That's about all you can say. By controlling this gate, you can it is a definite
Influence
outcome, or you can choose
in a certain way. Okay.
Yeah, you can
Let
choose
fate
a
decide.
lesser prescribed future.
Okay.
So it
That
could
was
be
my
that
first-
could be woe or weal, right? Like if you choose like a definitive answer with fate, then it is set in the stars. But it could be bad, it could be good.
What's the bad of knowledge?
Hoarding it.
Is avarice and like desire, like to gather all the knowledge but keep it for yourself, to become the smartest person alive.
I know where Ravi would go. And then life or death, I feel like. Or just
Those are pretty straightforward.
put me on that one, guys. Put
It
me
is
on that
cyclical.
one.
Creation is cyclical.
So
Life comes out of death.
If we stand here and if we try to control this, we're trying to control it. We're trying to keep him out using these three, right?
If we want to.
We're trying to keep the gods out.
Are we?
No. I'm just saying if we do this.
I have no like.
No, that's the choice. If we control these, we can choose that.
Oh.
But if we let them all out, it sounds like it's all out, including
Yeah.
the Shadow King and the Abyssal King.
Essentially, you have like a closed, open, or walk away,
walk away and see
what
what
happened
happens.
happens.
Yeah, so we either stand here to try and keep it closed, we stand here in these to try and open it all, or we GTFO.
Yes.
Seems like those are the options.
You can create, essentially the gods are all here, or none of them are here. And or maybe some of them break out, maybe the pillars stand, maybe they don't. The Shadow King might be kept out, maybe the gods come through. Again, that's sort of the wild card, is just letting whatever's going to happen.
Closed or chaos? I'm on team closed or team chaos.
Well, if we close it, then that fake creature, Corin, is going to assumedly kill those people he showed us.
But you've stopped the Shadow King from coming in.
But we stopped the Shadow King from coming in.
Which and then you're like always back to like the greater good versus because I'm pretty sure if the Shadow King comes in, there's going to be a lot more than 4 people dead. Granted, they're not going to be 4.
Oh, 5? No, it's just your mom. Yeah. I thought you had 2 people, but you don't.
I have 2.
You have 2. I have
They're
1.
fine. There's no way. The god said, Inara said that the shop would be fine.
Yeah, she said the shop would be fine.
Well, the shop isn't fine if they're in a cage. The shop is closed.
Yeah, it might be.
What if they sold it and retired?
Trixie fates.
There may have been something about your parents being okay as long as you drew breath, like the apothecary and your parent.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, something like they would be fine if I was still alive.
Yeah, as long as you drew breath. Or something like that. I want to say your parents were sort of part of the deal.
Breathe through it. You better breathe through this one.
But I think at this point, with the fate of the world in flux, a dead oracle can only say so much to be accurate, right?
Sure. Well, bring out all the gods, and then it's the fight is much more balanced potentially.
Maybe. I mean,
or
less
or
influences.
chaos. Chaos means our families are alive, right?
No, chaos
Not necessarily.
Chaos means we don't know what happens to them either. It just depends on the outcome of the chaos.
Closing it though was the threat.
Correct. Closing and opening. There's
Corin was getting you to be here at this moment, so you could choose. Ultimately, it's Ravi's choice.
Great.
You guys get to help control like the outcomes of whatever the choice is based on the pillars you choose to control.
unless we walk away.
Unless you walk away, and then it'll be
So
random.
then even if we open, so in theory, we could open the pillars and try to control, and still try to control who or what can come through.
But choose it based on what you choose, how and what the end result will be slightly different.
Right.
And if we don't choose the Shadow King or choose to try to stop him,
So there's different versions of a closed gate, right? That like if the pillars and the gate remain closed, that could still mean some other things depending on how you're choosing it. Now, if you had a full Vortorum at this point, then you could fully control this decision. There are 2 random elements that will be thrown in no matter what. The end result will be the same. Like there's not a chance that if you close the gate, there won't be like some random god that comes through. Like that's not gonna.
We don't know.
You know, yeah. Like it's very definitively closed.
I'm supposed to be in Beavertown.
Okay. Supposed to be drinking gumbo and
I
beer.
should be knee deep in hurricanes right now.
And I'm just trying to have a fun adventure. This is ridiculous. That the fate of the world, the universe is.
But you know the good news?
This is what you got caught up in.
It's not up to us.
Thanks.
Okay, so
I'll back up whatever
I
you
think.
choose.
Yep, I'll
So
support you.
if we walked away, what happens if we walk away?
Okay, good. You're right.
What
You're right,
happens
Max.
if like then my blood's not there? Is that the random part of it?
Yes, this ritual has been started. You have the power to control it.
So what happens if I like if this is hypothetical?
You're great, man.
If I just walked up there, blah blah blah, and then we walked away.
Then I think you would get the third like sort of random option.
It would still be the random option.
Yeah, it would be like.
But I guess
'cause
how
you
does
have to
it
be
work?
like in control. Of
How does that
this.
work without my blood? Like if I
It
walked away
doesn't.
without giving it to me, or giving
Then it would sort of be even more randomized and.
Yeah, so like at this point, like it's about to default to random unless we do something.
yeah, and then my blood makes it like slightly less random.
Yeah, maybe. Unless you
sort
at
of
least
like
do
you're the
something.
one who can.
Different
You're the one who
And
can
maybe into
flip the
bad
switch, man. Like you get to flip the switch, and just
Right.
like what current is being sent into there can be determined by the 3 of you. Like what color is that light bulb you're turning on or off? You know. Player agency, baby. You get to pick the direction.
How do you feel about mom?
I mean, I love my mom.
Yeah, come on. No.
I mean, what you said earlier about he might be lying. Fey creatures are
Also
not.
that.
I mean,
everything
this dude
he
is-
said.
How much clout are we putting in that dude? That's what this comes down to.
How much do you care about your sister?
A lot, but I think it comes with the clout with the dude. How do we all feel about
mean-
that?
Again, I have no idea. Like,
Like, is it an empty threat?
He's
I
the
mean-
biggest liar we've ever met.
but of course, this would be the one time he tells the truth.
That's the point of being a liar.
Potentially, if you do the opposite of what he says, you now have a host of very strong allies at your disposal.
Very true.
Could
And-
potentially keep him from doing such things to your family.
Unless
And
it's
a host
I guess
of
my thought is like
non-allies.
it's instantaneous, but
What do we know about the 20 gods? Like, there's bad ones too.
There was a whole war about it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're releasing the good ones and the bad ones. So we'll have allies, but we'll also have bad allies.
I mean, yeah. Or
Enemies.
how much is the Shadow King
That's that word.
down in the abyss? If they're able to mingle, how much has he influenced them, if at all?
No, they're in like rocks. They're not in. They're not there.
That's one additional action from all of you in this discussion.
Makes sense.
You have 2 left. You each have 3 left.
Cromac!
Come on, go
Two
right.
left.
He's dead. He's not in this timeline anymore.
Well, at least we know we could change the timeline if we don't like the outcome. I'm pretty sure I could do it.
Yeah. Is he lying or not? Do we call his bluff?
I do not want to be responsible for killing my parents.
I mean, you won't be.
You're-
Corin will be.
They are, from what he said, they are guaranteed to be alive if you release the Shadow King.
Who
And you
we've beaten
open the-
before. Twice.
Not in, like the flesh,
Yes.
but yes.
We also know the Shadow King wants to turn this world into some sort of like
Crazy.
desolate
Let's release the Shadow King and go meet him on Vortorum Island.
place of order.
That's what he told us last time we talked, or last time we interacted with him.
Or let's say Chaos and go meet him on Vortorum Island.
Just walk away, go chill on Votor Island until he shows up.
Yes. So if hold on, I think I've set this up the right way. You can guarantee the Shadow King stays
Correct.
out, right? And that also will reinforce the pillars so that no gods can come in.
But our families will be dead.
Your families.
There's a good chance. Yeah.
possible-
So
be dead.
the status quo of the world would be maintained as it is now at the
Except 4
cost
people would be dead.
of our families.
At the cost, yeah.
The joys of
No.
being a hero. Okay.
Yes.
Not all of our families,
Yeah.
at least in our case.
No, I got a
maybe.
ton of people in my family. Well,
Yeah.
Who knows?
That's all my family. I say no. I vote no on that.
Right.
But you also said that they're supposed to be okay as long as you.
I do think he's lying,
So
but I'm not.
You're not
comfortable chancing
You're not betting that.
Yeah.
No.
You're
But
not betting the
releasing
house?
the Shadow King also takes away the 5 pillars and releases the Icostheon into the world too.
Is that fine? Do we know if that's
That
fine?
seems to be an oversight in their plan. That because this gate it's either open or closed. It's just
Right.
you can't
I
just
guess-
let through.
Yeah,
it's not a VIP.
I guess I
line,
get
you know what
that.
mean?
I get that. I guess I don't know really if we've ever come to a stance of whether we're releasing them or not, or if even that's like was a thought
If
process.
the Shadow King is released, so are the gods.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Then, and our families are alive.
No. Well, maybe.
I think
yeah.
the
Yeah,
way I was
it's-
explaining it a little bit in the middle was
Correct.
like that there is an option. It's kind of a random option, but you could potentially try to keep the Shadow King out and let
but
the 20
release the
in.
gods. But release
Right.
the 20.
And that would probably cost us our families as well.
Yes.
I
that
feel
would-
like the
that
Shadow
would
King
only be right.
stays,
That's a
family's
bad
dead.
idea.
Shadow King's out, families live.
Right.
I say Shadow King's out, gods out, and
We'll
families
deal with it.
Families are alive, and we'll deal with it.
Give it hell. Let's pick some pillars that we think are going to help us the most.
I reach into the bag. I grab a cask of wine
Oh.
and I chug.
Fantastic. I love it. Which pillars? You can each pick fate, knowledge, balance, order, or creation. Which 3 would you like to choose to stand at to control to help control this?
Age of creation.
What color's Votor?
I mean, fate was more Inara. Like, I don't mind standing on
what
Inara.
quote unquote, what color is
Unless you want
Votor?
to stand there.
No, you're fine.
Is
man.
there a color associated with him?
Do chaos?
He mostly
really.
the like I would say
I'm not against chaos.
order. Like
Or balance, honestly.
he stands
No,
for
no, I
order
meant
and
not standing
balance
on it. I meant
mostly.
walking
Like
away.
So it'd be
the
this.
red
Oh.
one for him. Yeah, for vote.
Do you-
I want my family alive. I'd be arguing for that.
It's what I assumed.
Yeah.
But I wanted to pose the question of do we want to call his bluff or not? And that's kind of, to me, that's what it comes down to.
I'm good. I'm good with like I fully support whatever you choose and like
Great.
I don't want my.
okay, never mind.
You don't want your parents now.
No, I don't want my parents to die.
I will not support what you choose then, and good luck with all of this.
Now you're just giving me another choice that sucks.
Another cask of wine.
Another one. Well, we're always too drunk to do this, so
No, he passed He passed out on.
do I have an inclination? I think I asked this kind of, but like
Is that right? I feel like I'm. Yeah.
I guess
This is
the
good.
more
This
I
is
guess the more control. Do I think I would have control / maybe better control or different control if I was in the middle? Is that a thing that could happen? Or
good. Yes, you can act as the physical conduit to open this gate. It'll make one less controlled pillar, but you could
Right.
then you could try to see essentially you being the blood of Atmar. You can
You are the
you can seize this power
For
I
yourself.
guess this is sort
Oh,
of even a wilder wild card. You can try to control it. So you say, I only want the gods out, or I only want this, or you could literally do any number of things that you could think of. You could try to save your family and let nobody else do something.
So wild.
and what is Votor again? Votor was the remainder
Yeah.
after they all went into
he's
the.
kind of all 5. But
Yep.
All right, let's make our choices.
Switch me with.
okay.
Wait,
So-
where are you going?
That's a great question.
You want Fate?
Well, I want Inara. And
That's
I
fake.
think-
White. Yep.
We all want an R.
No, I'm good.
She was hot,
And Julius,
especially in Purple Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
Sarala is balance.
that's where I was
Your
leaning
AI
anyway.
credits,
Yeah, I'm gonna go on
Just was for
balance.
your
Yep.
own.
That's kind of what I assumed is like kind of matched colors.
Yep.
That was my initial thought when this all
Just
came
match
out.
our colors.
Yeah, I mean, Sorrela's blue, like blue
yeah.
stone,
Yeah,
blue.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
have all the friggin' amulets and stuff. Like,
Yeah, I got some godstones on me. Whatever.
Excellent.
okay, so before we do this, I'm not quite drunk yet, but I'm getting there. It
little
hasn't
buzz
hit me
going.
yet, but like,
Great.
before it starts hitting me,
Guidance. Go on.
I just chugged a whole cask of wine, okay? I'm going to...
He just vomits on the spot.
Hold on.
I just vomit all the gods out.
Passes out.
Oh God, sorry.
What are you doing, man?
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm zooming out.
I'm going to... Okay,
Oh God.
Oh, hi.
Don't do a
I think
double
it's...
tap.
I think,
Sorry.
This is the dramatic climax of our.
There we
and
go.
we're just fucking it up.
All right.
So, okay.
Wait, is
I
the
think you-
campaign ending, or did we?
No, this is
Did we just
Yeah,
win?
you know, we can't meet for the next month. We gotta wrap this thing up.
this is
This is
Level
like
4.
Nick's ending.
DC
to-
level 4. That's like level 8.
It
essentially,
is.
yeah, we're
It's
we're
essentially
done.
level
We're done.
8. This is the
This
end
is
of Ravi
starting.
right now.
This is going to determine the next arc direction that this campaign takes.
Great. It's gonna be awesome. All right.
It'll
so
be a new world.
I think it's important. I'm glad the
Perhaps.
choices you guys make because I think it's important that you guys are connected to your god. And I think order and balance and blue connects you to Sorrela with your godstones. Do you have your godstones on you?
Yeah, buddy.
I mean, mine's a sliver. I barely have.
I'm gonna
anything.
give him my rapier that has the Inara godstone. I think you should hold it.
I
You
think
need
I
to have
should
as
too.
much power with your gods that you're connected to. Do I have another godstone? That's the only one, right?
Yes, you have 2.
And you have a sliver, and you have whatever you got.
Yeah, I have Cecil's amulet. The whole
Wasn't
of
there another
Cecil's
one you got?
amulet.
Something? Oh, you have the whole. Yeah, there was.
You have
another.
like 2
We
moons.
found
They
both.
fit inside
But
each
they're
other.
both godstones, I believe.
They're 2 parts of the same.
Well, fuck. Well, now he's a big fat liar. But apparently, I'm the descendant of Otor. But I don't think that's true anymore.
Oh, yeah.
Just ring a bell. I don't think that's true anymore.
Probably not.
But I do think I should stand here. I don't know
no,
why.
I'm totally. Yeah, great, man.
But I think you guys need to harness your god powers.
You are the bloody gatekeeper. Keep the bloody gate.
I am the gatekeeper.
Yeah, keep the bloody gate, man.
And I think I might have more success or more choice or more, I don't know, power's the wrong word, but maybe since it's all going through me and here in my entirety of my blood, I might be able to do something divine.
What were the blood vials too?
Those were like his sister, his
Wife and daughter.
Should you hold more blood?
Oh, speaking of which, here's the bag. I should probably not hold this.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Just in case things
Sure.
blow up. Who knows? Actually, I'm going to take everything off except for my clothes.
Do you think you're gonna? I was gonna offer more stuff. Do you not think you're gonna make it through this?
I think I will. I just don't want anything to be destroyed or mess up. Yeah, like I have the Kraken ring. Like that's magical. I don't know what that does here. I think it should be as raw as possible.
The gods will respect the champion.
Just-
Kraken Fest.
A little drunk.
Well,
You need to be. You need to be.
crap. Didn't think it affects my blick content, huh? Oh no! We're gonna get drunk gods.
Yeah, the first thing you do is get breathalyzed.
No, it makes it flow better.
I think it makes it flow
Vasodilation
better.
is a good idea here.
Yeah, I say we give it hell. I like this plan. Let's see
So
what
yeah,
happens.
I'm gonna take all my magical items off. I'm gonna put them in the bag, hand bag to either of you, or put it on the floor or whatever.
I'm gonna turn back into my human form, and I'm just gonna like get down, like on
Human
the
form?
knees, like prayer stance.
Yeah, and just tap into whatever you can.
Do my best to like hold the godstone and
Okay.
ask
Do
for
you want
guidance.
Inara's? Do you want
give it
Inara's?
hell.
What?
Do you want Inara's shield?
It's starting to hit. Sorry, but what?
Yeah, we better do this fast because it's about to hit. Yeah, exactly. It's coming on,
I'm
man.
gonna take the rapier,
do
I'm
it.
gonna put it near my heart, and I'll just say, "We are all Inara. We are all Inara."
Yep.
And are you are choosing to
Be the gatekeeper.
close it or open it? To let the Icostheon into the world and thereby the
Are there gonna be like roles involved in this whole process or no?
Probably.
Yes,
I
there's
think-
a couple of roles for each of us.
If you try to close it, they're gonna kill our family, maybe. So I think it's letting them.
I'm gonna choose. Yeah, we're choosing to be open, and we're gonna see what happens.
So, by
that
opening the gate, you are doing what Corin and the Shadow King want, but you have the power to also break down the pillars and allow the Icostheon in, which they don't. That is sort of the flaw in their plan. That they're like, yeah, they're just going to open the gate. We're going to make him open the gate, let the Shadow King out. But what they don't know is that you have a connection to the pillars as well.
Right.
So you can choose to sort of alter the deal a little bit more, and you can let all the gods out essentially. You can keep them all in or all out. So ostensibly, you're doing what they see.
Is that more of? Sorry, we should just keep going. But is that more of Ben telling Tony that that's the choice?
Yes.
Whereas
that's
Corin was
above
like,
the table.
"You go let the one god out and keep everybody down," but he didn't.
Yeah,
he thought it worked that way.
Yeah, he didn't realize that opening the gate between the realms would allow the Icostheon in as well.
Yeah, man, let's do it. Let's get these gods back
We're
here.
with
Let's,
I'm gonna stand like this. Feels right in the moment.
You want Arcane Sigil or?
No, I think it's got to be raw, man.
All right,
It's just got to be the energy and the magic that's in here.
the magic in me. I got the magic in me.
Hurry up! I'm gonna vomit.
I got the spin. So,
So you're choosing.
God.
So you feel the three of you, two of you standing on the nodes, the origins of these powers, connected directly to the forces of balance and fate, the forces that govern the actions of your gods that have led you to this point. And you stand in the middle, sort of feeling all five energies converging on you, a little stronger and more directed from fate and balance, controlled by your friends. You feel their presence sort of
I'll be facing them for what that's
comforting you. Yeah, you're sort of already there.
But just like, as a point of order, I feel like that makes the most sense. So I can focus
In the
on those
cavern,
lines the most.
so you're facing your friends. You can sort of see them through the arcing energies swirling around all three of you. These big giant arcs coming out from the uncontrolled ones that are sort of just kind of happening, but they're still funneling energy. Again, it's like trying to drink from a fire hose. It's just raw energy. You guys are literally vibrating with energy at this point. The cavern humming with raw energy around you. The air is vibrating. It smells like ozone and burning magma at the same time. And you start to see this giant opening, sort of almost opening beneath you like a giant gate. You're suspended in midair, held aloft by this energy that you see, looking down into what could be just an infinite chasm. And you see five motes of light, or in the five surrounding pillars that we felt going up and down, sort of connecting all of these layers of the world. And it's a little difficult to comprehend just because it's like you're literally seeing the unmaking of the world before you and the reassembly of it in a way. These 5 points of light turn into these massive, like you're sort of getting a 10,000 foot view of the 5 pillars, as if you're almost looking down on the world itself, in 5 different locations on a very vague shape of what you know the world to look like. And the ritual is standing on this precipice of energy with so much potential, literally to remake the world in a way that you see fit. And Ravi, you feel that energy course into you, and you grab it, and you see both the gate, the abyssal gate that is somehow, you see a pair of dark eyes sort of open and start glowing with energy, looking at you. And then these 5 lights open up with pairs of eyes glowing in the darkness as well. They start swirling around, almost like hindering the advance of this giant shadowy form. But they're all sort of caught up in this swell, as upspring of energy as it comes towards you. Julius, I need you to start and make me I need you to make me it is a skill check of your choice, and explain how you would like to direct your energy, whether it physical, mental, or otherwise, as you stand on the precipice, on the controlling the force of balance.
Okay.
As you see fit.
Well, you know what, man? We are off the rails right now, and I have read a handful of literature on the occult and like the divine and mystic secrets and knowledge of the universe. And I am going to just like attempt to tap into that with like the intuition and wisdom of Sarala to lend as much good vibes to this working out as I possibly can.
Hey man, this will all be fine. Yeah, everything will work out. It's all in balance, man.
Where'd you come from, Garcia?
Oh, hey, I'm just here to check it out.
And
He's just like standing.
yeah, exactly. He's got his blanket. Yeah,
tickets, man.
he's got his blanket. He's tarped his spot, and he's recording the show for us to all listen to later.
Can't wait to get this bootleg out, man. Go.
Sweet.
Sorry.
All right. So you would like to use religion? Occult.
Occult if I can get my advantage on it through the book.
You can.
Okay, well then I think that's the best chance.
Okay.
Yeah, and so I'm just gonna call all my occult knowledge and try to make this work, man. Now I just figure out which 2 of these dice want to be good to me.
Do you have your fate die that you picked?
Dude, I mean, I have been through them all.
No, I'm with you. For me personally, it feels like it's a fate die.
Oh, I hear you. Well, hey, man, at least one of them was in double digits.
Advantage is advantage.
17.
17. Excellent. That was an occultism
Yeah.
roll. Fantastic. All right. You step forward into the focal point of this energy. Like you've sort of been kind of controlling it with your magical energies. You're drawn not by your own will, but you almost feel like something calling to you to be like stand in the light and act as the conduit itself. Like you are now fully in control. Something you feel like something is almost watching you from all angles, like through time itself is watching you. The balance node starts to glow white, hot, suspended between perfect stasis and complete collapse. You hear a voice. Not the voice of Garcia or your mother or any, but this is a voice you've felt once before, this time loud and very present, the voice of Sarala. And she says, "You cannot stop what is coming, but you can shape the tide. Just as the moon holds the balance, Julius, let neither light nor darkness claim dominion alone." You reach out and you feel the node almost start to resist you, just with this kind of, as you're barely holding on to this, again, just jet of energy and power. You sort of tap into your psionic abilities and sort of re-stabilize around yourself, locking it in place and sort of channeling it right at your friend, at Ravi. And you sort of feel him sort of go Super Saiyan for a second.
I think we're all doing that right now.
Yeah. Your veins start glowing like you've never been so, like, through your orange fur, like silver moonlight glowing veins. That blue light that you put off you are like you are in perfect balance at this point. You are like the reflected moon in still water. You are the fulcrum, weight between the scales, holding things in balance for this the remainder of this ritual. Corin, you stand on the fate node, and I need you to roll a skill check of your choice and tell me how you would like to affect fate and what you were asking of fate itself.
The only thing I'm thinking about right now as I hold this purple jewel, reminiscent of the one that my mom gave me, close to my heart, and after seeing the pictures of my parents in a cage, I'm just thinking about them, and I'm thinking about that after all the travels that I've had and the abundance of riches and all of the opportunities that I've had, that it's unfair that the fate of us and our apothecary has always been so small, and that this cannot be our fate, and that we do need luck. And I'm thinking about just all the love that I have for my family, and how we deserve all this opportunity that I've seen in the wider world. And it's not, that cannot be our fate. And so I'm hoping more than for luck.
Excellent. Okay. I'm gonna say this. That feels like an insight roll, but I want you to use your prime modifier.
Sorry, you asked
Unless you have something else in mind. Go ahead.
I was thinking an herbalism check, just because I was channeling the apothecary. But
Okay.
I'm fine with either, to be honest.
Okay.
But when looking, herbalism was the thing that just the apothecary, just
Sure.
thinking so much about.
Yeah, your connection to your home and your family and your trade that you learned, you saw your parents plying from an early age is what's guiding your and that's sort of what you think about. Like, your destiny has always been guided by the choices that you make in regards to your desire to stay at home and to keep that place well.
My desire to do well by them.
Yeah, to like do well by them and to come home eventually. That would be there waiting for you. So I'm gonna say that's make me a roll and use your prime modifier to do it with advantage. As you're sort of entwining your own fate with destiny to save what you love, and
you add the prime modifier to whatever. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, like rather than your insight modifier.
So
or
that.
whatever.
So rather than.
Just
Rather than
Okay,
instead.
use that in your
Just
dice.
the +4. Okay.
You're getting a little bit better.
Just making sure it wasn't added.
A little bit better addition, not in addition to, but
Natural 20.
Natural 20, excellent.
Which is 24, I guess.
24.
24 and a natural 20. Honor the 20s. Fantastic. So you approach this the fate node, and you feel like these purple and white energies circling around you, and like intertwining, like breezes on the wind, and blades of grass moving in the wind, like a million untold stories circling around your head. The strands sort of twisting around you and going through your fingers like that, in Gladiator when he's like walking through the grass. Like, you feel this, like the potential of a million different outcomes and a million different fates. And then you hear a whisper, a familiar whisper, one you've heard before. But this time, as it was the echo of the Oracle's voice, sort of the power behind her voice, this is now a presence, a voice of a different entity altogether, but intrinsically tied to Inara and the Oracle herself and the whole, we are all Inara, right? And it's a whisper. And it is the voice of Inara herself this time, speaking as if she had always been waiting for you to listen. And she says, "You are the blade, the shield, the choice yet unmade. No fate is written in stone, only in ink. Hold." My notes have disappeared.
Guys,
She put me on hold.
I love it. She puts you on hold. Please hold. Inara is on.
left you on red. I need
Yes.
more time.
That was fun. That was weird. It's just like switched to another page. No fate is written in stone, only in ink. Hold the pen, Orin, for the pen is mightier than the sword, and guide the hand that can remake the world. And you sort of catch your breath, and you feel the power of fate coursing through you, and you redirect it back at Ravi, and you feel like the weight of history and everything that's led you to this point, and looking ahead, like you can see further than you've ever seen before. And this moment here is like a pivotal point in the whole circling and swirling history of the world that is constantly changing. This is sort of a fixed point in time and space, and the weight of that settles on you as you redirect that import to Ravi himself. Now, Ravi,
Yeah.
We got you, buddy.
Passed out.
he's passed out. You're a little bit woozy on your feet, wobbly on your feet.
No, I'm suspended, man.
Yeah, you're just like sort of this. You what you see is like this endless chasm beneath you. You are now surrounded by 20 circling lights that are sort of encircling you and the 5 nodes. Some a little bit more erratic than others, but you feel them all around you. So what I need you to do is choose your. Make your choice. You need to choose whether or not what you want the outcome of this to be, by opening the gate, by allowing everyone through, or doing something else with the full power of fate and balance behind you, and a little bit of control and feeling of knowledge and creation and order is nearby.
Yeah. Well, I think in this moment, I don't really know how I got here. And I don't know it's like real anymore at this point. But I do think like, I'm definitely thinking just in like, I think before I stepped on this thing and to do this, definitely think about the immediate possibilities of the detriments to like everyone they showed us. I'm not really sure if that's a bluff or not, but wanting to stay true to that. But then everything else I think is kind of washed away, and I'm honestly at this point just focusing on the magical energy that's like here, because I think anything that has happened throughout all of this and like has happened through me getting to this point and traveling to Inara and getting to all this is like the thing I've been able to like focus on is magic, and that's been my prodigy prowess my entire life. And I'm like in literally the like culmination of every magic almost known to man at this point is what it seems like to me. So I'm just gonna I just want to take it all in and focus on fate and focus on balance, and those two things I kind of trust the energy that's coming from them the most to balance and fate the right decision, but choosing to have it open, if that makes sense. And whatever goes through or doesn't it'll be open for however long, and whatever goes through however long this takes. But I'm focusing on the magic that's coursing through my body and what it feels like, and just letting raw magic do its thing, but me being the conduit.
Awesome. What would you like to roll?
I was going between two, but I think I'm going to land on Arcana.
Okay.
I thought about doing influence, but I don't want to influence this.
Did the guidance?
We'll say guidance also. We'll say guidance stuck through this.
All right,
This is
cool.
Absolutely.
Which is a D8.
You get to add a D8 to this. You have advantage.
I have advantage.
You're using Arcana, which I believe is still your prime modifier is the same, right? Or is Arcana better?
I mean, I have a +5, and I think our
Yeah.
prime is 3. Or is it 4 right now?
4,
It's 4 now?
Yeah, it's 4. So use
It's a
use the
5.
use the +5.
Yeah.
And roll it.
I feel you, man.
15.
15. Excellent.
Wait, the guidance was in there too? Cool.
That was a 2.
Great. Hey, man.
Nice. Okay.
2, an 8, and a 2.
Is the group chat still going?
All you're like, just do something, Ravi!
Anything!
Right?
Right when you asked that,
Okay.
Ravi left the chat.
So dwelling on the ideas of fate and balance, you feel sort of, suspended above this eternal darkness into the abyss, but also surrounded by light. You also you definitely feel like this is a balancing point, a turning point of the world itself, and everything, the rumbles, all the flashing noise, the deep rumble from below, the high pitched, almost movement of the earth itself and the stars just silences. It is still. The cavern is still. The energy almost suspended in mid arc, and this whole thing seems small and meaningless to you for just the briefest of moments of everything that you've been through. In this point, you're now so high above it that it seems minuscule.
Mm-hmm.
Who's Corin? Does he speak? He's not. He doesn't matter. He doesn't even breathe. Everyone and everything seems to be focused for this briefest moment on Ravi. And this power suddenly you realize is yours to command. The gate, the abyssal gate below you calls out in a hungry, yearning, expectant manner. It's a patience that has been waiting since the dawn of time for this moment of revelation. The energy in the nodes that you can now see spreading out from these columns into the very ley lines that run through Argilia itself are all bent towards this singular moment. One breath, one heartbeat, one choice. You take a step, levitate a little higher. That's just kind of how it goes. And a single pulse of focused energy, guided by fate and held in balance, explodes outwards, knocking everyone to the ground, every living thing down here to the ground. You feel the chamber flooding with shadow and golden fire, and two forces spiraling and colliding, spinning around, devouring the very light and shadow around them. The nodes around you all shatter into a million infinitesimal pieces. Their energies are cast to the wind and absorbed by something greater. The abyssal gate is open, and it reveals a chasm of endless dark, and you see a hungry mouth appear below the eyes, start to engulf everything that is emitting light that you can see, possibly the souls of Argilia themselves. And you hear a voice, deep and bellowing and beckoning, one that you have never heard but has existed since the dawn of time. It's not a roar, it's not a whisper, but something in between that remakes the very concept of sound. And you hear two words: I rise. And the shadow spills forth, a black tide, a void that slithers across the floor like ink poured upon existence. It consumes the Netherdark and erupts, erasing everything in its path, reshaping the stone and air into something completely unnatural. But then, in a brief moment, a brief flash, a small mote spark of light that comes from the inside of your very being, your soul, the location of your heart. It sparks out and it grows, and it is joined by a pure, divine, and holy golden light. It erupts from within the gate and blasts it apart, sears through the darkness, twisting into golden pillars that tear through the cavern ceiling and into the heavens themselves. The sky above Argilia splits, streaked by 20 divine flares, each one a beacon, as it spreads out across the world that you can see in your mind's eye, heralding the dawn of an awakening age below you. The Akostheon has returned. The bright golden light flares and pushes the shadow to the extreme parts of your vision, out beyond sight, out onto the very edges of the world. It's there, but right now, the only thing you can see is this golden light that engulfs all of you. And you are out of your bodies, transported, visions flashing through your head, similar to the soul light that you had time traveling through Inara. But this is different. This is a remaking of things. This is things being reshaped and remolded by their very creators. And you are caught up in this tide of eternity that is rolling out across the world. You settle. Darkness. Light. Pew, 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 pew. The stars appear back above you. Familiar this time. You know where they are. You are back on Argilia. Your body's slightly damp. You are sitting, laying out in murky swamp water. You're slowly coming to your senses. You all, three of you, sit up. Stillness. Darkness. Crickets. You hear the sound of the bayou. Water lapping gently against this giant tree trunk that you now sit outside, sort of resting against. It's sprawled out on its roots. And you look around. It seems very normal, like the place you left not too long ago. After a few minutes, you hear the slosh, 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 slosh. Oh boy, you boys getting up this way on been and come on back now. Oh Lord, what happened? That big old light in the sky. Ain't nobody gonna be coming back. Y'all don't be dead. Come on back, gonna take you big cat gumbo. You're back in Argilia. Back in the swamp outside of Jastian, outside of Beavertown, and Buford have come to check on you after the surreal adventure you've just had. What results may yet be in store for the new shape of Argilia is only to be found out
in Beavertown.
But maybe not after, maybe after a quick trip to Beavertown and some well-deserved rest and relaxation and gumbo.